Hi, I'm Susan. Today I'm going to make a homemade bread, and it's off of the King Arthur bread flour package. And I made this a while back when I first started my channel, but I did it with some other dishes and I wanted to redo the video because it is a standalone. So I hope you'll enjoy it. It is really a good bread. Now I'm doubling this recipe, but I'll have the recipe in my description box for 1 loaf, but I'm making 2 loaves. So I hope you'll enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's get started. To my mixing bowl, I'm going to add 2 cups of lukewarm water, 2/3 cup of lukewarm whole milk, 6 tablespoons of butter, 7.5 cups of bread flour. And this is the King Arthur brand. This is where the recipe comes from, but you can use any bread flour. You'll need 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 3 teaspoons of salt, and 3 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Now you want to knead this. I'm using my dough hook on my mixer, and I kneaded this for about 5 minutes. Now you can do this by hand. You can mix it and then do it by hand and knead it, but you'll have to do it probably longer than the 5 minutes that I did. And afterwards I did knead it just a little bit by hand. I do like to get my hands on it and just kind of give it a feel, get a feel for it. But once that dough is smooth and elasticy, you know it's ready. Now, if you're doing 1 loaf, you can do this in your bread machine as well. Just dump everything in and follow the directions. Now I take it out of my mixing bowl and I put it on a lightly floured board and just knead it just a little bit, just to kind of get a feel for it, like I said before. And then I will put it back in the bowl and cover it with cling wrap so that it can rise for about an hour. Now after the hour, you see it's risen real nice, and I divide it into half, and my little dough scraper thing works perfectly for dividing this. And I just put it on there on the board and just cut it in half, and this makes a large loaf. So I'm making 2 large loaves. So I just kind of get it smooth, and then I just kind of get it to where I can figure out about half of it, and then I just cut it in half, and I just tuck it under a little bit and put it in my bread pans. And I did lightly butter my bread pans. It didn't say to, but I figured it couldn't hurt. Now you want to let these rise again for at least about an hour. You want it to where it crowns over the top of the pan. See how nice it's risen. And the recipe says to cook it for about 40 to 50 minutes, but 30 minutes is what it takes for my oven. Doesn't it look delicious? And it tastes as good as it looks. This is really a very easy bread recipe. And it takes time, but it's not hard. And now I'm just pulling them out of the pan to let them cool. There's nothing better than warm bread with cold butter, and the house smells so good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Ring that bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. And until next time, bye y'all.